Coffee Podcast with the one, the only, Gary May. Welcome to the show, brother. So excited to have you on.
What about you?
That's right, folks.
Going. This exciting guy over here is doing so much fun for so many different people. He always brings this smile, and I love how he connects so easy to everybody. Brother, how much fun have you been having connecting at this particular point with that amazing jacket?
Well, thank you, along with the Women in Automotive.
That's right.
Represent.
Enjoying doing the connections, the networking. I've actually been walking around, including in front of us, a client around the show or multiple clients around the show.
Yep.
She's sitting in that vendor booth right now. Yeah, a lot of networking, a lot of fun, bringing ideas to the dealers and to the vendors that want to actually improve things in all of these times of headwinds and challenges, because every challenge, the other side's an opportunity. So spending a lot of time really getting the dealers and the vendors that want to really move the needle with everything that we're dealing with as an industry.
And you do that all the time. You know, one thing that I've always respected about you is your honesty about this industry, your honesty about what's happening in your products and what's going on and things like that. And in your numbers, you don't skew numbers. You're very accurate on what you say. You know, and to the point where when you hear misinformation, you will check somebody. Like, oh, hold on a second.
We'll call it out.
Mad respect for that, and I honor that a lot. So I just, there's so many things about you that just really stick out to me compared to a lot of people that walk around here. And integrity is one of those words that stick out to me. So I appreciate the integrity that you bring to this.
Thank you. And, you know, in my mind and in my heart, no one pays us what we think or what we feel. What we've done in the last 16 years in a month as IMAX is to, I believe, normalize how a dealer, the improvement, but to normalize what a dealer does, to normalize how a dealer measures, to call things to task, to challenge the norm, to change the way dealers get reported, to change the way that most vendors hit their monthly performance reviews and say, hey, here's how many eyeballs you get. What do you want to concentrate on next month? I mean, hold on, you're getting a check. How come you're not telling the dealer, the client, what they should be concentrating on? The conversation doesn't change. You know, Automotive Internet, like I said, one of the last times we talked together was 1994. This is not like minute 10 or something. And we've been through two incredible down cycles since 2000 that I've lived through in the industry, my 23 and a half years. So really, it's about moving things forward. So what we're doing on the day-to-day dealership consulting side is really having dealers change their focus on what they're doing. Everybody's getting those OEM feeds on their homepage. Pushing inventory, pushing APR. Is anybody really pushing affordability or communicating with customers in an area in a time where things are becoming less affordable? Are you making yourself stick out through your messaging, through your style of selling? Are you just relying on what the OEM and vendors are telling you to do, your plug-in tools, your metrics? Or are you making the decision to talk with your customers, truly source them on the road to the sale, peel that data back into the marketing department to make those decisions, understand where your website can be better, understand where your marketing can be better, understand where you can ship cars faster with a guy like that.
Yeah, I know.
With a guy like who? A guy like
Don Brady.
The only
Don Brady.
Come on in, Don.
This guy right here.
There he is.
He's everywhere.
Don, appreciate you. You know, just another one of those great guys walking around here.
There you go.
Amazing.
And if you remember, you got to remember, if you can't ship your car, you can always ship your pants.
Yeah.
So this is what we have to concentrate on. Consumers are worrying about that car payment, and coming into winter where heating costs are going up and they're looking at 10, 12, 15, 18, 20% interest rates on their newer used cars, except for when the Sabine and the drop rates come out heavily on November 1. Everybody's bringing their programs back. You got the 0, 1 9s, 2 9s, 3 9s, but the average person is still looking at the most expensive car payment, used car payment in history, in 110, 115 years of the automotive franchise. You're looking at probably another interest rate hike before December 31st.
You're in the same buzz,
And even though the strike right now is affecting parts and fixed ops, is it's not the car supply. We
Not
still
yet.
have a lot of aged
Oh,
inventory.
not yet. It's going to happen, but not
If
yet.
the strikes don't end in the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to start seeing December, January, February availability impacts. No different than the COVID one as a result for what's available to sell. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to move metal. Are you working on your vehicle acquisition strategy if you've not eased off the gas as new vehicles have become more available? Look at every part of your operation, both for variable ops and fixed ops. Do you have the right message? Do you have the right culture internally to sustain it? As these cats are talking about all the time with dealership culture. Are you looking at correct measurement, and are you making your decisions to pivot or make new updates to what you do based on real data or somebody else's data for you? So, and then the beautiful part, being involved in another company on the WIA side, we're really concentrating as we build up to May 15, 16, 17, 18, Colorado Springs 2024, Cheyenne Mountain Resort is advancing the women in the industry. We've been working on the mentorship platform. We're always working on our speakers, and Joe Webb from Dealer Knows always does a great job. Joe Webb, working on our speakers, working on the content to bring the best conference, let alone in the industry, but definitely for the women in the industry. Veronica's working very heavily on it.
Veronica was working very heavy on making sure our wives made it to that event. She's showing all the pictures of where we're going to be. So she's a love Veronica. She's always working.
The golf lessons for the ladies on the last day of the event.
Yeah.
Got to get that sign up too. We got self-defense classes. We got yoga. And we got golf.
Golf right there, folks. That is such a great idea.
So I get to enjoy steering improvements in the retail side, along with the headcount that's really making the biggest impact in the human capital side with the ladies in the industry and getting them advanced, getting them mentored. I actually have to admit a fumble here live in the social media world. Somebody did select me as the mentor. I didn't get the notification, but a certain CEO of a company who's here said, "Hey, by the way, how's the mentorship going with my staff?" And I'm like, "Oops." So I did a little fumble. I have to admit that, mea culpa. You know who you are. You'll be reached out to very shortly by a bearded gentleman from Texas. But yeah, the mentorship platform, what we're doing with our virtual vendor book, the content, the newsletters, and everything that needs to be done for the ladies in the industry. So I'm in a great place. I mean, our consulting side of the business has grown. We're going to have our best year by about 40% in history.
That's awesome.
19 pre-COVID was our best year ever. We're going to beat it by about 40%. Really excited about that. Dealers are calling every week,
right,
and we're moving them forward. We're still hitting 3 to 5x ROI on our clients with their investment into our marketing, our consulting, our BDC training. We're getting a 3 to 5x return for our average clients. Some are better, but 3 to 5 average ROI on their monthly investment. So really excited about the close of the year. Really excited about what's going to happen for 2024 for the dealers that are ready for it. You're not resting on your laurels. You're not waiting for the OEM to drive traffic for you. You're not waiting even for your regional or your area marketing, your tier 2 stuff. I'm just going to call it stuff to work. You have to be the best marketer for you. So
I agree with you, and that all the way down. I want to echo this even to the sales pro on the sales floor. Don't rely on your dealer.
No,
you got to do it yourself. You got to find ways to market yourself and get stronger about that and get yourself out there. It's good to get a piece of the pie from the dealer, but bring your own pie sometimes. I'm gonna tell you, it tastes way better. So I love what you're talking about here, Gary, and you're so right. On all levels, we need to get better at that. We can't just rest and hope that things happen, because if you do, as we know, and he throws some stats out there, the rest of this year is going to be difficult if you just rest. This is a time to go. This is a time to get better. This is a time to find tools or partners that can help you and guide you to get there, right? So don't be afraid. Be excited, because usually when there's a downturn, there's huge opportunity. So take that opportunity right now to grow, build that business, and become something massive. Because there is two sides to every coin. Eventually, things are going to get good. Rates are going to be we'll have more cars. We'll have all these things where it's going to be more advantageous as a dealer to be able to be profitable and sell volume, right? But until then, get strong. Because when it does happen, you'll be able to crush it. You won't just slowly ease into it. You'll go right into it, full pace, just full, like 75 miles per hour going down the highway doing it, right? And that's the way 95. I'm not from Texas. It's a little different down there, right? So beautiful thing. I'm excited. I love what you're talking about, Gary. You always bring great information, and your theories and the way that you think, they're not theories. That's exactly how it goes. So, folks, if you need some information, reach out to him and his company. They're doing big things. What's the best way for them to reach you?
Either go to www.imacsweb.com, imacsweb.com. Call our office at 817-529-1945.
I didn't quite get that in there fast enough, but you guys saw
You got
this.
the website.
That's it
There
there
you go.
correctly? All right, perfect.
That
So,
is correct, like you guys.
right.
So it really comes down to, you find us on social.
That's right.
You can find us on the web. You can ask a dealer, any of the 1,000+ we worked with in the last 16 years.
Yeah.
And really, the best tip, the best advice I can give right now is tear apart everything, ask questions. We've onboarded 4 new dealers in the last month and a half. And the first things that we found were some of the basic 101 digital marketing fundamentals. It's really important to make sure your house is clean. You're tracking everything you're doing. You're measuring. And then you're, again, pivot. You're able to move that. And if you're not measuring properly, and trust me, it's not been the easiest times. GA4 was not like a overnight, I understand all this stuff really easily. GA4, you got to invest some time. Get on those free Google videos. Understand whether you get fully certified or you just watch the content. Get certified on GA4. Work with vendors that are properly reporting their data to your GA4 data layer. Still dealers out there, I'd say over 60-70% of dealers are still missing a lot of their data, a big chunk of their data, whether it's phone calls reporting in GA4, whether it's even their Google business profile, because the tracking parameters are not correct. They don't have them connected. The Google Ads account's not connected to GA4, so it's not reporting any data. So you actually go down to the campaign level, it'll say paid search, organic, paid search, referral. Paid search doesn't work that way. Simply because ads and analytics are not connected. That's your vendor's responsibility, but dealers, it's also your responsibility. So make sure you got a clean house, get educated, understand what you need to do, and then grow your business.
Come on.
You all heard that right here. I mean, that's some free advice that he probably charges thousands for, right? But he's willing to do that. That's what it's about.
Yes.
We're making it rain over here.
He's putting that high quality inside of Car Guy Coffee.
There you go.
This guy right here really has the knack for making me not feel so smart. But it's because I am smart enough to have.
But that's why I have friends like him. Because if I don't know, I call him.
You gotta ask Gary.
It takes a tribe.
It does take a tribe. It does.
But remember, the most productive day of the week is today. You only got today, so do what it is that you can do to improve. Pay attention to the things you need to pay attention to, and call people that can help point out the things that you haven't been looking at, and you know you need to see properly. Have people in your corner to help make sure that you know what you're looking at. If you're looking at it this way, it can improve. But Gary, we are so thankful for the time that you've given us. And brother, we got to do one more thing.
He's leaving soon too. That's why he's rolling out.
Get on a plane.
He's about to get on
a
the plane. He's
but
about
we're
to
happy
do what?
to be
You
able to
about
give
to
him
fly?
PDFs.
You about to fly. That's right.
That's
We're about to drop F-bombs, everybody. So let's get ready to do that on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing, keep growing.
That's right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Lou Ramirez, the Car Guy.
I'm Ferlin Art, subprime hero.
And you've been brewing solutions with the one,
the only
Gary May. All right, brother. Have fun.
Thank you, brother.
Enjoy your flight. You all keep brewing.